Welcome back, WNST, Towson, Baltimore. And Baltimore Positive, we're celebrating 25 years on the air here as of August. We're going to be doing 25 weeks of memories. It is our WNST 25 Stories of Glory. We're only on 25, so jump on. It is our signs, our famous Get Nasty signs, and everything from the Dump Trumpy, the Spank the Yanks, and the Bag the Jags. And I don't know what the sign would be this week for the Houston Texans, certainly for the Bengals. We never had to worry about making signs for them back in the day. All of that is up at Baltimore Positive as we count them down. Next week, it's going to be our Purple Live shows and our history at the barn, where we had, I counted up 11 Hall of Famers out at the barn over the course of time. So I will be talking about that a little bit more next week. One thing I never stop talking about around here is staying in shape. Kids going back to school. We lost Jimmy Buffett. So every time I say the kids are going back to school, I think of when the coast is clear. But Planet Fitness, this is a great time to get involved here. And they're taking me out. I don't want to say I'm going to be a guinea pig because I'm in better shape than that. But they're going to spa me up out in Reisterstown. They have new stuff going on. And I always love having Justin Drummond on. He is the COO. He operates the Ohana. And every time I think of Ohana, I think of Hawaii and opening clubs and doing all sorts of things. But more than that, dude, you're an Oriole and a Raven guy too. And it's a sports week here. How about this? Like, we're on fire as a sports community. This is fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's a good time to be from Baltimore or a Baltimore sports fan. And we got a lot of great things going on with the O's, hence my orange shirt today. But then also, we're kicking off the football season with the Ravens coming up here, too. So exciting times.
Well, for you being in the fitness industry, and I've had you on through good times, bad times, you guys and Lynn and Victor and Terry, Jerry, all the friends we've had all these years at Planet Fitness. But like the plague changed a lot of things, and I think it slowed down certainly companies like yourself that had to shut
Mhm.
down. Part of your deal was being, you could distance, and we did work-ins, not workouts. But part of this is slowing down a business, and I know a lot about your business from the beginning when it came here as a new brand. It's all over the world now, very sports oriented. But these concepts of making it even better, everything stops when you can't open your clubs, and you're rolling out different things, not just black, but part of sort of the super spa. I guess that's what I'm expecting to see in Reisterstown next week, and I haven't been there yet. So tell me about it.
Yeah, so our Reisterstown location in Reisterstown, Maryland, just recently underwent a renovation where we did upgrade the spa. But in that spa, you're going to see we added more of the hydro loungers, which is a great way to post workout to go relax for a little while. You can go in there. It has the warm hydro water jets that are shooting up at your back, give you a nice massage. But also another cool addition or benefit to the black card spa that we added is a cryo lounger. So what people normally think about with cryo is you get into those huge tanks and you get undressed and you're going in there and you're below zero temperature and you're freezing for a little bit of time. So it's similar to that without you having to get undressed and be inside of a tank.
Listen,
In there,
Victor and
you
I
get
have
the,
been after this with the Iceman, and
oh,
Tony
yeah.
Robbins is big. Like I see football players for recovery all of my career until they threw me out.
Hmm.
Like watching players get in and out of that cold tub at the old Owingsville. I mean, I don't love being cold, but like I know there's an incredible benefit to this. So now that my back's a little better and I feel a little strong, just cold makes the bottom of my back kind of like, yeah, I get that feeling. But give everybody the benefit of this because I'm coming out. I'm not saying I'm getting in there because I don't like being cold, but you could talk me into it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's something that's very easy to operate. It's something that you can get in. Again, it's simple. You slide in. It's a chair, similar to our loungers that you may have already been in. I think you've already been in one of those before, the hydro loungers. But it's very similar. You have a portion of the back area that's on the chair that gets cold. But so you're not completely freezing because you don't like to be cold. It has other ways of offsetting it with some heat as well. You can put them on some of those areas that are maybe a little inflamed because of the workout or just for recovery purposes. But that's what it's there for, is to recover your body after a nice workout, get you a chance to relax and just kind of be there and be peaceful for a little while. And obviously, it'll help your body as well. So.
Well, I'm a yoga guy, and I was injured a year and a half ago. I think the last time I had you on. By the way, shout out to Adam Jones for shouting me out. Every time I have you on, Adam Jones watches the show. So, hi, Adam. How are you? Congratulations. We'll get you some flowers next week because we come in. First place baseball is good enough for Adam Jones for me. But, it's for me to come in and experience the new club because I've been in a
Mhm.
million of your clubs forever and ever. I don't want to say they didn't change much, but it's a gym and I don't. I mean, you work out. And then there's the extra things that you guys have always tried to do to be more inclusive to everybody. That it
Yep.
wasn't like you had to lift a certain amount to get in, or you had to look a certain way. That was part of the base ideology of Planet Fitness. But this next level of black card and trying to do something, I always joke with you. I was a member of Holiday Spa in 1983, and it was this and
Yep.
that. And they had a pool outside, all that. Now that I get older, and I know other clubs have done that, they're more Gucci, more expensive. You guys have bragged about the price point forever, but there is a
Mhm.
point where in Reisterstown right now, you have a place that I'm going to go experience that's going to be the next level of what you do. And not all the places are going to have that. Run me through what my experience is going to look like. An ideal experience if I'm a new customer, pretend I've never
Yep.
been there, pretend I didn't even belong to Holiday Spa 40 years ago, even though I did. Um, if I come in, what's the cost of doing something that is a little better than basic? That if I want that kind of experience at this point in my life, because all this sounds good to me. Like, I don't want a down and dirty sweat. I like that cool down period. I'm not in a hurry after I work. I take time to do it. I'm not in between things. I want to do it the right way. And if I join a club like that, I experiencing all of it's the reason I'm paying for it, kind of, sort of.
Right, and you're 100% right. So first and foremost, when you walk through the club doors, you're going to see our staff. Our staff are going to be welcoming and inviting. And again, the premise behind Planet Fitness is the fact that we are a judgment-free zone. We want everyone to feel comfortable, feel non-intimidated, feel like they are welcome to be a part of what we have going on inside of Planet Fitness. That's whether you're a $10 a month member or whether you're a Black Card member, which is going to get you those added benefits in the spa that we've been talking about. So with that, you're going to get a workout. And now what's been happening post pandemic has been more of a mindset around not just the physical fitness, but to mental well being as well, and the all around general health and wellness. And so that's where Planet Fitness is really, really trying to showcase the offerings that the club has. So you have your fitness equipment, but we also have this spa area that is more of a recovery, relaxation zone for you to come in and post workout or pre workout, or even if you want to come in and just de stress, you have the environment which you can do so. So we have the spa music that's going on. We have the dim lights that are in there to make you feel a little bit more relaxed. Some people may even fall asleep because they get that comfortable in these hydro beds and massage chairs. So we have that type of environment in there that's going to make you feel like, hey, I can really enjoy this. I can take my time. And when I get out of here, I'm walking out fresh and renewed and ready to take on the rest of the day, whatever that may look like for you. But again, it's more than just the physical fitness. It's about the mental well-being of someone and that whole holistic approach to just your wellness.
Justin Drummond is here. He is the Chief Operating Officer, the COO of Ohana Partners, and our friends at Planet Fitness. I keep my coos around here, fill it up with water, make sure that I'm hydrating. I think it's one of the most important things. Certainly, this time of year, it's hot right now, so make sure you're staying hydrated out there. I haven't broken the news to my wife that I'm having a spa day next Tuesday. So I haven't told her yet. She's going to be here engineering and working and doing all the stuff she's doing. But I'm going to have a spa day next week. I'm going to need that after all these points the Ravens are going to start scoring, right, Just?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
I'm going to need to relax a little bit. Tell me about the black card and about Jordan, because the one thing I would say is the last time I had you guys on, beginning of summer, it was free for all the kids. I know the kids are back to school. I have this vibe that it's a little bit maybe like New Year's where people make a resolution and on January 2nd at 8 a.m., everybody's in the gym. I would think this week, day after Labor Day, everybody's going off to school. I know I had some conversations with some parents I know that have 5 kids that they're finally sending their 5-year-old off. They're like, man, we are having a spa day, 9:15 a.m. Tuesday morning. The kids are out. We're done being a morning breakfast facility here. We're going to go have a day.
Yeah.
Are your gyms going to fill up a little bit more? Like I would say midday, because you probably have a lot of parents that had kids around that are shipping them off now and like, all right, got to get my workout in between now and 2 o'clock a little bit.
Yeah, so this time of year is when exactly what you're talking about. families are getting back into their regular routines or regiments that they had because school is back in session. And though we did have a pretty busy summer period because we had the high school summer pass program going on again for the teenagers, in which it was free, great turnout there again for another summer. But yes, we have parents, we have people who, even teachers or administrators, who may be able to now get their workout routine back in play because it's a regular flow of your day. Whether that's early morning before people get their kids off to school, or midday activity. And now what we're looking at is probably going to be some increased activity after work. You have people who are dropping kids back off at extracurricular activities. So we are looking to see a little bit of an increase in the activity from our adult crowd now that the teens and the children are back in school.
I got to give a plug to my friends at Pappas down in Glen Burnie. I was down there doing the show last week. I had Leslie Shreve on. She has this company called Productive Day, and trying to make executives like yourself more efficient with email, inboxing, management, but just more than anything, time. Just
Mhm.
finding time, right? And I thought it was so important to have her on. I hope everybody listens because I learned a lot in the segment as well. And I actually, because it's my 25th anniversary, I broke out all of my old calendars from the 80s, literally
Mhm.
90s and the aughts, before we went digital with a Google Calendar maybe 15 years ago. And going through all of that and thinking like planning your day, planning time for work, family, and mental health, but more than that, staying fit. Brother, I don't need to tell you. You guys shut your gyms down. My wife was in here doing work-ins on video. I wasn't laughing at her. I was trying to rebuild my company in Baltimore, and I sat too much. I screwed my back up. I went through all that during the plague, where like being sedentary in my early 50s cost me a chunk of my mid 50s. Like literally, I turned 55 in a couple of weeks, and staying in shape. Can't recommend it or endorse it. I would almost demand it. If I love you and I love you enough, I would tell you, don't feel like it's not for you. It has to be for you. You have to get in shape. You have to, at the very least, get movement going. And so much of this was during the plague. You're like, you got to move. You got to. I did segments on. I didn't listen to you guys, and I fell apart a little bit. So it is a cautionary tale that every time I have you guys on, I know what it felt like 24 months ago to not be able to walk, not be able to go to
Mhm.
Ravens games, not be able to do the things that I wanted to do. Go to I miss Rolling Stones concerts. I miss things. Thankfully, I didn't miss any Jimmy Buffett concerts. But for you, with telling people that it's important and getting them in, that first step, that first day where they give you $10 and they come and say, "Hey, I'm a little overweight. I'm a little this. I had this. Like you can take anybody and show them progress really quickly at Planet Fitness. I think for anybody, because this is what you do. You're not there for Arnold Schwarzenegger to come in and say, "Fix me, I'm already fixed." You're trying to help people here, help them with the most important thing they have, which is their health.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. We are a welcoming environment. We want anyone and everyone to come into one of our facilities and feel like they did the right thing. They did something today that's putting them in the right position to continue to move forward. And it is. It's just a little bit of movement every day, whether it's getting out and walking on a treadmill or getting in and just, doing some type of exercise or movement. That's better than doing nothing, right? So we're taking steps every day to get better. One of the things that we talk about within our company is the idea of Kaizen, and that's baby steps. That's everlasting, constant improvement, right? So that means that you came to the doors of our gym to say, I want to get better. And we have people that are going to help you do that. And whether that's, again, walking on a treadmill or working out with our fitness trainers and getting a design your own program that's fit just for you based on what your needs are, what your goals are, that's something that we can do. And we have, you mentioned earlier, the time factor, scheduling time for someone to come in to do these things. And where most of our gyms are 24/7 or open 24 hours a day. And again, that means that we have time. We are investing into our communities that hope that they come in to be able to give a little bit of their time to be better for themselves and the people that are around them. And what better place to do that than at Planet Fitness, relax in the spa, all of those things is somewhere for you to come as a stop in your day.
I'm in real trouble. They're giving me a tour of Planet Fitness. They're going to spa me up, hydrate me, hydro me, cryo me. Probably give me a cold refreshment while I'm there. I'm going to be in Reisterstown next week. Justin Drummond is here. Planet Fitness has been a part of our life for well over a decade and supporting everything we've done over 25 years. I want to make sure that we're supporting them. Every day I have friends giving each other grief, breaking balls on the end. Hey, you get in the gym today, you missed today, you're in. There really is something about not peer pressure, peer support to say, hey, man, come along, be a buddy, all of that. Spot me, like the old days. I'm sure you're seeing a little bit of that. And I think this time of year, maybe as much as January, but I want to hear about these high school kids. Last time I had y'all on, you were talking about summers, and this is really, it's become a key component of your company. And it's not something you always did, which is give young people a place to hang out that's good for them in the summertime. That's going to put them in a better pathway to maybe stay in your gym this time of year.
Yeah, and so what's great about it is you're right. We hadn't done it for forever with Planet Fitness. We did it before COVID. Then obviously had to take the break when gyms were shut down, and as we started to reemerge from the pandemic. But the last 2 years is really where we dove in headfirst with this, with the teens, and we saw the importance of making sure that that generation was active. They had access to what we were offering. And again, it's the same thing that I've mentioned before, as far as just having a place to go in our amazing clubs for them to, one, be social, because all their friends now can come. I mean, it's free for the teenagers from May all the way to the end of August. But we've had over 3 million participants again this year take part in our high school summer pass program. And that's exciting because they're now getting a head start, or they're understanding what it is to have a holistic approach to their well-being and a lifestyle of working out, being fit. And again, the benefits that physical fitness has on your mental fitness is tremendous. And we know that this generation of teens were the ones who were most impacted by COVID. Again, they were locked in and shut away from their friends and being social. So now, these last 2 years, we really have been able to impact a lot of lives here and get them introduced to a healthy lifestyle, introduce them to Planet Fitness and everything that comes with it. And again, it's a place for them to be social. You think about the summertime, they're out of school, they're away from gym classes and all those other extracurricular activities that may have them moving. So again, this is an opportunity that's going to serve them as a positive outlet and give them this experience and activity during the summer.
All right, how much it cost to do Black Card? What's your spa thing? Go set me back next week, Justin.
So the Black Card membership is $24.99 a month.
I
Again,
can
you also
afford
mentioned,
that. That's come on.
yeah, you
That's
can
less than a buck
you
a
you
day.
you can afford that. You can come in, you get a couple of the benefits that I mentioned in the spa, but you just mentioned you got some of the peer pressure, right? Of people saying, hey, come in the gym, or have you been in the gym? You get a buddy to come with you for free every time. So it isn't just you. You can bring a friend in with you. You have a spotter, right? You have someone that's going to encourage you. You have that accountability partner that they're not just texting you. It's like, hey man, we're going to show up at the gym today. Let's go ahead and work out. But you get some added benefits with that 24.99.
All right. Well, everybody's thinking like Carroll County out in northwestern Baltimore County, Reisterstown, not going out there. All of a sudden, you tell me that Hartford County's getting one of these too, right? Soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a couple of gyms out there in Hartford County. One of them right now in our Forest Hill location. They're currently under renovation as well. So everything that we're talking about here in Reisterstown, you're going to find that in Forest Hill once they reopen from their renovation.
Got a date on that?
It's coming up soon. Less than a month, we'll be back open again.
All right. So November. I always add a
No, well
couple of weeks.
before
Yeah.
that.
Justin Drummond here. He's the COO of a lot of partners and our friends at Planet Fitness. I encourage everybody to get in shape. I can't recommend it enough of how much better my life has been since I started getting right and getting worked out. Make sure you take advantage of all the Planet Fitness. There's one in your neighborhood. There's one everywhere around town. All right. Most importantly, how the Ravens going to do here this year? And I know you're friends with Adam Jones. Big night for him next week. We started this with sports. Boy, it's a whole different clock when the baseball team's playing games that matter every night. And for a lot of people to get back into the vibe of this, one thing we don't have to worry about the vibe, football in this country. I think we're all ready for Sunday. We're all ready for every Sunday for the next 25, 26, 27 weeks maybe around here. This, you're sort of in the sports business and the fitness business. They sort of rub up against each other. But this part of sports in our community right now, it's about as good as it gets in regard to hope and in regard to the relevance of daily sports. And I've been in this business 30 years.
Yeah, I mean it's a great time. You get up and you almost every day you can see something happening on Sports Center that's talking about Baltimore and our sports team. So that's exciting to see. But I think the energy around town is that we have two great teams right now. We're excited for everything that the Orioles have accomplished thus far and anticipating how far they'll go. But we also have the Ravens that are starting up here too, and we with the new additions and Lamar being back and all those things, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. It's conversation in the gyms for sure.
Is that a baseball bat behind you, man? It looks like a
It is.
baseball bat. Is that Adam
It
Jones's
is.
bat or no?
It is.
All right.
It is.
Well,
Yeah.
you're just keeping bats around to make me think of baseball here because we used to just do nothing but sports. Now we can talk about gyms and spas. Justin Drummond is here. I would encourage everybody to go out to Planet Fitness and PF around the corner from you. Check out what they have. Some of the newer clubs, a little nicer than even I remember, and I'm looking forward to coming out next. So you betting on me or against me to do the cryo thing? So is it a try it? I'll like it. I'm not going to get shell shocked by the cold, right?
No, 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 no. I'm always betting on you, and I think you're going to get on there, and you'll be a repeat customer on it too.
Well, I can't wait to do this because I haven't. There are things when it's first time for me. I really enjoy that. So as I get older, I'm much more about variety than I'm about doing the same thing. So I will be out next week. I'll share some social media. The good news is I think it's going to be a relaxing time for me because the Ravens have already won. I think the Orioles are still going to be in first place before the Rays get here. So it's a little bit of a relaxation period for me before we tackle the AFC North in Cincinnati next week. Always appreciate my time with you. You're always wealth of information. Keep people healthy out there. Running a big company around here. I hope to see you for a crab cake somewhere down the road. All right.
Yes, sir.
Bring them out to Pappas is what I'll do. We were down in Glen Burnie last week. Anne Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman did a couple segments talking about all things transportation, Anne Arundel County and the Bay Bridge and Annapolis and concerts and the airport and all the good stuff going on down there. Leslie Shreve, our friend from Productive Day, also joined us, and Ray Bachman, our longtime executive producer here to celebrate 25 years of this mess, glorious mess we call WNST and Baltimore Positive. Also, Nils Lofgren from the E Street Band spent an hour with me earlier this week, and John McClain getting us ready for Texans football this week, and former Oiler, my very first hero of football, the great Dante Pastorini coming on, and it's going to be special because I have the number 7 Oiler jersey that I bought on the internet. I'm not going to tell him how much it was because he'll feel discounted. But I love the jersey. I'm going to put that on. Dan Pastorini is going to be here this week. Celebrating football, fitness, fun, baseball. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore positive.